in the body shop, so we're good.
That's good stuff. TT, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How about you?
Good, man. Y'all got some big drag racing going on this weekend, I hear.
Yeah, it officially starts this weekend.
Cool. And I tell you what, big things too coming up, AJ, man. Tonight we got Terry Rosberg in the house, the driver of that American Thunder, a jet drag. So we're going to find out exactly what it's like being strapped to a rocket. It's going to be good stuff, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And then we're heading all the way down to Susquehanna, Pennsylvania to talk four bangers with Ronnie Welch tonight, man. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to all of it.
Absolutely, man. And I hope I can I don't know, we always test everything. And I think I got us fixed here. Let's see if we're back.
Look at you, man. Hey, I tell you what, I hadn't really even got over the Daytona 500 yet. What a race this weekend.
There was some good racing this weekend, man. There's a lot. And we're going to be talking about some stuff later on. You enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, it was great. And not just the racing, man. It took me a while to get over it. Like those, I don't know if you noticed, but I kept sneaking back in there during the cautions, eating them jalapeno poppers. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what, it felt like my third circle got hit with a stun gun by Monday morning at 8:30. It was serious action, but great time, man. Thank you for coming to
thank you for having me, man. I
party.
definitely enjoyed myself and partook a little bit in the festivities for sure.
It was a great time. Before we get ready to go down and turn it over to our chaplain, I've had a few prayer requests that have come out. The Sweat family, please keep in your prayers James Harrell and family, and that was a request from our good friend Roger Melpass. And Dennis Hill passed away in an accident the past week, so keep in your prayers his family. Prayers for Miss Johnson. She was in a four-wheeler accident, Dirty's wife.
Oh my goodness.
And they said she's doing well now, but it was a very scary thing. So, definitely keep that family in your prayers for all, that happened. And one thing, definitely, this generation that's growing up, man, they need it more than anything in the world. There's some scary things have been happening, and it's hit right close to home, man. Our own high school, the one that, I graduated from, Ryan, you're going to, it got on a yellow flag lockdown Monday, for some threats and stuff that come up. So big prayers to our young generation that's growing up right now, and Mr. James Howard and the Sewell family.
Yeah, I was fixing to say prayers for the Cheryl Sewell family.
Yes, definitely. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn it over to our chaplain, Miss Betty Kitchen, also known as Mom. And if you want to, Mom, go ahead and take it away.
Will do. If you'll remove your hats, please. Father, we come to you tonight with so much on our hearts, so much heaviness. Lord, we just lift so much up and so many people, so many spoken requests, former requests, Miss Mary, that called in last week and asked for prayer. Father, we ask continued prayer for them and all unspoken requests. Lord, we just ask your hands upon each and every one of us. Continue to keep us safe. Keep us bonded by your love and by your grace. Father, we just ask you to watch over our students, watch over our community, not only in safety, Lord, but just watch over us and keep us together. And instead of arguments and stuff, just show us the way, lead us and guide us, and help us to be bonded back together like we're supposed to be, like family. There's so much going on in the world today that just needs your hand, and we just need to know that you're there. Father, we just ask once again that you show us your face, show us your love, and bond us and guide us and lead us and keep us in safety, that no matter what the situation is, we know that you're in it. And no matter what the storm is, we know that you have already been there before us and guiding us and leading us. Father, we ask this and we ask all things in your name. Amen.
Amen. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please remain standing as we get ready to do our national anthem. gentlemen, start your
your
engines. And we're starting it on it tonight as we go down to episode number 4 right here at Shine Runners Racing Radio.
I tell you what, that was the best national anthem I've heard all week.
You like that? I tell you what, they've had a couple that got crushed, that's for sure. I mean, she did her best, man. She did her best. Kind of like what you're going to have to do tonight as we hear that you had put up a protest on last show about not beating Hollywood. What's up with all that?
Salty.
That's
He's
right.
a little salty.
Look, my last name is Swan, and I'm a winner. I don't lose. I feel like I didn't lose, so he needs to be ready to get smashed later on.
Well, you heard it. You heard it first from Racing Ryan. He said he's going to smash you, Bose. I mean, your thoughts?
I'm 2 for 2 against the Swan so far. World Finals last year at a go-kart track. And then I see he's brought his big brother in to help him out tonight, but he's still going down.
Big brother's celebrating a birthday tomorrow, man.
That's right.
What's he going to be, 40, 45?
I had heard it's 45 and a half, maybe.
And you got some good things come up. I saw your man finally won one after a few years.
Come on, man. Let's not start this show off like that. That's all right, though. Aliens did land, and that's all that matters.
That's good to see, man. Scott.
How old is he now? Like 104?
Don't matter. He's still winning.
We were doing the program deal, looking through the programs, and they have one for Lakeview. Speaking of Lakeview, it's going to be opening up coming. And I actually saw Bloomquist on the page of one.
That was what, 1995 edition? It's a black cover.
Something like that, yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And speaking of that game tonight, thank you for everybody who tapped in and played that. The date was 1986. You guys are going to have to quit looking at the front of that book and go what's on the inside. That was a 1986 that Hank, Hurricane Edwards, Ellis Ward, Bill Webb, Curtis Edwards, Robert McCraney finished for the Fayetteville Motor Speedway Points Championship. So we got a few names we're going to be throwing in the hat tonight, and we'll draw that out here coming a little bit later. But, man, I tell you what, a lot of cool things in racing have transpired since last time we've been here, AJ.
Yeah, man. Obviously the Daytona 500, Austin Dillon bringing that home and
Out
whatnot.
of nowhere.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about all that tonight. As Rooster said earlier, we got Ronnie Welch, Terry Rosberg tonight. We're going to have Mail Time. We got a lot of stuff from Mail Time.
And that's really starting to pick up.
It is, man. And then we'll be going into our Blurt Showdown with Salty Racing Ryan. Just call him
Shake it
Ryan
like a salt
Swalty.
shaker.
Ryan Swalty.
I just hope he ain't as salty as he was when he left Charlotte last year.
He was salty when he
was
left
salty.
here
last
And
week.
I heard he cried all the way
was
home.
salty.
They've all heard the story. My go-kart was rigged because I'm not 18 yet, but
Yeah.
That bucket head's what slowed it down.
If it probably did. If they don't get the rules fixed by the time I am 18, I won't be returning. I will retire on the spot.
We'll just go ahead and get another excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we need to start them a list up. But then at the bottom of the hour, we want to take your phone calls. We'll get that number out to you. But some of the things that maybe y'all want to call in and talk about is tell us about the stage racing, what you thought about that in NASCAR, about Austin winning and taking Eric Almirola out. Did he take him out? Did he not take him out? The blocking that was going on, because there was a lot of blocking in
It
that
was,
500,
and I think
man.
a lot of blocking is what caused those wrecks.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little off the chain with NASCAR, but after watching that Daytona 500, I'm ready for this weekend.
Yeah, and Atlanta's always a fast track, and it's always fun to watch. And whatever you thought about the Bubba Wallace Denny Hamlin deal,
Yeah.
So picks for Atlanta. Anything you want to do, call in at the bottom of the hour and let us know.
As I did a video just before that went out, and I am going to be positive in 2018. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about Denny, but I'm just going to have to. You know what I'm saying? Just going to have to keep my mouth shut. But what you say, man, we take it on down a commercial. And when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to be getting in contact with Ronnie Welch, the 2014 Light Night Cat Champ down in Susquehanna, Pennsylvania.
10-4. Take us a commercial measure, man.
Look at those parts to put you in the winner's circle? Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop. It's your job to put it in the winner's circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-color wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. All right, man, back in the house. And like we said, we're taking this one all the way down to, or all the way up to Susquehanna, Pennsylvania. Right. And I have to give those credits to Joseph because he taught me how to say Susquehanna, man. I appreciate that.
Well, it's similar to Sasquatch.
Well, that's probably what I was all kind of squash salad, whatever. But we're fixing to talk some four bangers, man, something we hadn't really done on this show. Yes. So let's call it up and see if we can get a hold of Mr. Welch.
Hello.
How you doing, Ronnie? This is Rooster here from Shine Runners Racing Radio, buddy.
I'm doing pretty good.
That's awesome, man. Great. Just wanted to thank you for allowing us to give you a call, man. Talk a little bit about four cylinders going on up in Pennsylvania. So tell us a little bit about your racing program.
I started out in 2010. I was about 15 years old, and I've been racing that since 2010. I got a track championship in 2014, and my dad was alive then. He passed away last 2015.
Man, sorry to hear that. So that y'all together as a family, I can see a big part of racing. So have you been in racing your whole life?
I've been around racing my whole life.
Did you start out in the four cylinders, or did you start off in go-karts or anything like that?
I very first started off in four cylinders.
All right. Do you have any plans to move up any?
Next year we are planning to go street stock.
Okay. Street stock. Awesome. They used to run street stock, and as a matter of fact, Curtis Edwards was one of the winners in street division from the 1986 that we were just looking into. So some of the, as we've looked around, there's a lot of different racing at different tracks. Do y'all have anything different up north than we do down here in North Carolina?
Up here in Pennsylvania, where I'm from, Susquehanna, Pennsylvania, we got at Pincan Speedway. We got street stocks, modifieds, sportsmen, 600cc modifieds, and a four-cylinder division. We also just got the sprint cars in.
Oh, cool.
Now, your car, is your car a front-wheel drive?
My car is a front-wheel drive.
They run a class down here, and they refer that as like a U-car division. Do they have U-cars, or is it just straight four-cylinders up where you're at?
This year, it was straight four cylinders. This year, they opened it up to a front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive, or anything with a four-cylinder motor.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. Anything with a four-cylinder motor. That's awesome stuff, man. We've got some actually fast, U-cars down here in this area. As I seen, Brandon's got his for sale. Mm-hmm. So you guys, do y'all do a lot of super late model up in y'all's area too as well?
Yes, we get them in on special shows up here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty nice. I like the late models myself.
Yeah, all that getting sideways, man. That's great stuff.
And I'm looking at it says your car is going to be displayed in the Oakdale Mall in Binghamton, New York. Is that right? Did I pronounce that right?
Yep.
Awesome, man. That's something that I see that a lot of the people up north do is like car shows inside the mall and stuff. That would be cool if we could kind of get something going on around here like that.
Yeah, that displays, and we've actually talked a lot about getting out and promoting racetracks, and that's cool too because you can get your sponsors out and get them notoriety out in the public of the mall. Seeing that you did race trucks, is there a lot of truck racing in y'all's area?
Now that there is a lot of truck racing up in Afton, New York, it's also called I-88 Speedway. and they race the trucks up there. And I still got my truck, and it runs like a charm.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I cut off.
We race trucks up at Aston, New York. That's close to me too, and the trucks are pretty quick up there. I still got mine because mine's pretty quick.
Now I saw that you had a 5-car team last year.
Yes, we did.
Now, what all did it take putting that together? And y'all actually finished pretty good. And you finished in the top 10 in points. Was that all 5 cars?
That's all of my cars finished in the top 10. I was up there too.
So you're like the Rick Hendrick of the 4-cylinders.
Yeah.
Do you still have a 5-car team, or are you guys just singled out now?
We had to single out because some of our team wasn't getting along, and there was a lot of fights going on.
I know how that works.
Yeah, it's tough when you're all at the top, huh?
Yeah.
Now tell us.
I just put a 2-car team together.
This year you're going to have a 2-car team.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
Tell us a little bit about tracks in you guys' area. Do y'all have an abundance of racing as far as, all different types, or just single dirt track here and there?
We have an abundance of racing in our area. I like it because you can go to different tracks one night, and you can go to another the following night, and from the following night you can go to another track.
I was hearing, have you seen, what's his name, Kyle Craker? We talk about Kyle ran up there in Susquehanna.
Yeah, I have seen him race up here. He's very good.
Yeah, that's something that we were talking about a little bit earlier with the sprint car situation down in there. Is sprint cars bigger than, regular stock cars in y'all's area?
Yeah, it's going to be big season this year with the sprint cars. They get over 50 cars a night, just the sprint cars themselves.
Good gracious.
Now, do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I would like to thank Vantigo Towing, Weeby Flowers, Sunrise Cafe, and Dave's Barbershop up here. They've done everything to get my 2-car team ready for the season.
Good deal, man. Do people have anywhere? Is there anywhere that they can go to check you out on Facebook, or do you have a website, anything like that?
I don't have a website now, but I plan on starting one up. A good way to get a hold of me is on Facebook.
They can get a hold of you on Facebook?
They can get a hold of me on Facebook.
Okay, where would that be? Where would that page be located at?
That is under my Ronnie Welch page, my personal page.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, man, I tell you what, we really appreciate you coming on the show, and y'all, if you're out there, go check out Ronnie Welch Racing.
Yeah.
Give him a like on Facebook, and y'all have any questions for him, crew? All right, man. Well, look, we wish you the best of luck next year, man, and make sure you let us know how your season's going with that new 2-car team.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, sure.
Do you guys get stickers for your radio business?
Do we get them, or do we have them? Do
you have them?
Yeah, we do have some that we sell at our merchandise table.
Okay, I was just wondering because I'd like to put your guys' sticker on my car this year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you'll shoot us a message, I'm sure we can get you one out.
Yeah,
all
that'd be
right.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
we get a little live down there in Pennsylvania going on.
Exactly. Get it on there before you go to Binghamton.
Yeah,
I still couldn't say it right. Binghamton. Binghamton.
Well, great, man. Thank you again. Thank you so much for coming on with us and talking. And everybody, if you would, if you're watching tonight, go on down and check out Ronnie Welch and his program he's got going for 2018, man. Thank you so much. And if there's anything we can do, let us know, brother.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
Cool, man. So doing 4 cylinders, that's something, I'm used to love. We were looking through some stuff the other day, man, and speaking of 4 cylinders with Mike Parker and Scott Autry and Archie Adams and all them, Timmy Neighbors, man, bringing back a lot of good racing down at Fayetteville and Dublin and Lakeview with them 4-cylinder cars. And I hear they're actually they do a lot of 4-cylinders up in Wake County. Is that correct?
Wake County, County Line, Clary's. That's where all the 4-cylinders come from. I think we
got
got
a super stock force.
Yeah, they got a super stock 4 and they got a pure stock 4-cylinder class up there. I think we got 4-cylinder super stock 4s. I think 10 or 11 times this year.
Yeah,
So-
every time they come down to Fayetteville, man, they bring a crowd.
I
We
tell
had-
you what, it
we had
moving, bud.
30 cars in one night.
And you know, speaking of, we race mud racing 4 and 6-cylinder class. Like the motor in that motor racing truck, the 4-cylinder, $5,800 in that motor. And man, I'm tell you what, you want to talk about turning some RPMs, them little 4-bangers, you can't kill them. You know what I mean? You can twist them as hard as you want to.
I hear the money's in the heads. That's
Yeah.
that's where all the money's going, to the heads.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. But what do you think? Let's go and take a commercial, and then we're gonna get Terry Rosberg in here, driver of the American Thunder Jet
I
Dragster.
can't wait, man. It's gonna be exciting.
Awesome.
It's your. What you're about to witness is a true and factual story. While enjoying a nice summer day at the racetrack, Emmett, unbeknownst to him, ate an astronomical amount of turd circle burners. What happened next is why you should choose A1 portable toilets.
Have those racetrack hot dogs ever made a second appearance? Have you scampering around like the last lap dash of the Daytona 500? Well, worry no more. With A1 portable toilets on your backside, you will have the best seat in the house. A1 portable toilets are a premier choice for all types of portable toilet needs. Construction sites, racetracks, events, big and small, A1 can handle them all. Contact them today at 910-484-5219 or A1 portable toilets at AOL.com.
A1, your only stop for landscaping and lot clearing in the Fayetteville and surrounding areas. Specializing in commercial and residential, A1 skilled technicians are ready to meet your needs. Experienced in erosion control, landscaping, irrigation, sod, grading, demolition, and lot clearing. A1 is willing and capable of all jobs, big or small. Call A1 today at 910-858-0003 or email a1lotclearing@aol.com. A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. We take the work out of yard work.
All right, and back at the still, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here in studio with my main man, Terry Rosberg. Man, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. For the middle of the week, it's not a bad day. Actually, I had my real job I had to go to today, but it's good to come out here and talk to some people and something different.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you coming in. Had a little chance to go down to Rockingham, seeing you guys down there, and I have to tell you, I'm huge about children around racing, this, that, and other, and you invited, me and my son right over and took him in, showed him. I really appreciate that, man. Awesome stuff you did.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, I like the dirt track and the NASCAR, but, you get a personal feel when you come to a drag race. And it's really a family thing. You can get right down to the pits. You can do whatever you want to do. And like I said, it was funny to have your son come up there. I was kind of a fan of his doing his little go-kart thing. I was like, man, that's kind of cool. Me and my guys, I work at O'Reilly Auto Parts in Rockingham, and we take about 15 of us, and we'll go to the K1 Speed thing in Concord, and we go there, get
The
crashed
Swans,
up and
the
get
Swans
kicked
know
out,
all
so.
about that.
Yeah.
The
Why
K1
do we
Speed
have
thing.
to even mention that place?
Oh, well, now there is that. What's that? GoPro Motorsports. I want to try that.
It's too fast for him.
AJ,
Oh,
don't you have a
wait,
trophy from
I thought you
there?
had to be
Yeah,
21
right.
to drive.
We'd have to put a sail on this side or something to hold that head up.
Hey, what transpired with all that is we actually went down this year for the World Finals, man. A great time in Charlotte, and we ended up down there at K1. Well, the Swans ended up getting whooped up on a little bit.
Well,
Hollywood.
not
not
Papa
Papa Swan, but
He took home a first place. But Baby Swans over here, they still got some swimming to learn how to do.
Well, like I said, we go there just to have a good time, and everybody. I get to be the boss at work, but I go there. I'm a little bit bigger guy, so to pass me, you're gonna have to pass me in the grass because I ain't gonna let you get by.
That's what happened. That's the only way he got by me. He had to move me.
Oh, now see that's a typical
That's
race guy. Got some kind of excuse going on.
Exactly.
There's no excuse.
Hey,
he does it.
if you won't get out of the way after about 5 laps, I got to turn you. I got to get you out of the
Oh,
way, right?
you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
That's the only way.
Yeah. I didn't see him much more after I passed, no, except when I came back around to lap
But
him.
everybody around here knows that. They expect that from him. If he don't take somebody out, he think he's sick or dying or something.
Or he spins out on the last lap. That's what he's known for.
Ugh. Well,
Leading.
Well, some people got talent, some people don't. It's just the way it is.
Apparently I need
That
to get one more
escalated
lap.
rather quickly.
That one hurt.
Man, tell us a little bit about American Thunder, man. I mean, now this thing has got a Pratt & Whitney.
Yeah, it's a jet engine out of a Pratt & Whitney. That's who designs it. It's out of a Saberliner corporate jet. It's pretty much where we take it out of the plane, bolt an afterburner to it, put it in the rails, and we'll run it.
Gosh, man.
I mean, like I said, there's 2 cars. I actually have 3 cars, 2 jet dragsters and a jet-powered 41 Willys, which is my only race car that's actually got real doors on it, which is kind of strange. And we're going to bring that back out this year. And because it was, I believe, late last year or early last year, I rolled it 180 mile an hour, rolled it 3 times in North Wilkesboro. Not real good when it's in front of your wife and she's screaming at me and I can still hear her in the car.
Yeah, no doubt.
But we're going to bring it back out this year. And just like all racing, if somebody shows interest in buying it, of course, everything's for sale all the time.
No doubt.
So we got some people that are looking at our dragsters right now, so our schedule may change. But right now, I know one of our first races locally is going to be in Rockingham, May 12th.
Awesome.
And so
at what point were you just sitting at the dinner table and said, you know what, I want to get strapped in a rocket ship?
Well, see, that's the strange thing. My dad's Dick Rosberg, Drag Racing Hall of Fame. We had top fuel cars, nitro funny cars. Then in the mid-'90s, we went and got jet cars because it just got too expensive to run the nitro car. And so when I was in elementary school, what was cool was my dad says, hey, we're going to take the nitro funny car. We'll take it down there in front of your class and do show and tell. I said, that's cool. 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. And my dad, they put the motor together, started it up, and my dad's waving his hand saying, put the body down. And I'm kind of talking in front of the class and trying to explain what's going on. And my dad starts it up and does the biggest burnout in front of the school, like an 1/8 mile burnout in front of all the buses. After that, I was captain of the cool
I was going to say, you automatically went straight to the top on that one.
Exactly. And then nitro, everybody, all the kids were all crying. But I've been in I've been in drag racing for, I've been driving for about 11 years now, but I've been around it since I was little. As a matter of fact, where I was a baby, I'm sitting on the injector of a front engine dragster in like 1970.
Awesome.
You're trying to tell my age that I'm 48 now, by the way.
I've seen, when we were down there, speaking of 1970 and stuff like that, why is it that a lot of drag cars are still older model? You still see some new stuff, but not like you do. Everything's older bodies, 80s, early 90s, stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of still like the classic cars, well, even back to like the 55, 57 Chevy, stuff like that. But it's just like, it's the newer kids, they want these Hondas, and I'm not big into that, but it's more what they can afford. And the older group that are a little more established, they can have the classic cars, the 69 Camaros, the stuff like that. But yeah, that's the thing about drag racing, is it covers the full spectrum. And but now my wife, when she'll take my Mustang out and we'll go out to Rockingham, we'll just do a little street racing, she will eat up a Subaru WR2. She will not, she's like, no, I don't care, we'll blow it up. She will not let a little 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder beat that Mustang.
I was looking right here, man, at some of the quick facts of it.
Yeah.
And speaking of, we just had the Daytona 500, but this engine, the Pratt & Whitney J60, makes more horsepower than the first 4 rows at the NASCAR Daytona 500. So that's like 8 cars.
It's about 8 to 10,000 horsepower.
Good
And it's hard
Lord.
to change thrust into horsepower because it changes with altitude and temperature. There's really not a mathematical equation, but that's basically what it is.
And it says that it inhales approximately 800 cubic feet of air per second, and at that rate, it could inflate 7 Goodyear blimps in 1 minute.
Right.
That's
sucking
ridiculous.
air, Paul.
That's a lot.
Well, a lot of people say, how does a jet engine work? And it's basically suck, bang, blow. That's exactly what it does. There's no gears. There's no transmission. There's no suspension. It's like a balloon on a skateboard. It just pushes
So
air.
basically, I'm married to a jet dragster.
Now, that's where you went. I'm not. Wait, let me slide over this side a little bit.
I just had to throw that out there.
Somebody will be in
Yeah,
the
you're
dog
done.
house.
And now, and I strap myself in a car, and I don't feel that dangerous.
Yeah.
You live in.
That is living on the edge, right?
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. You know, and when we were talking, we were actually down there, you had made the comment that you have blackened your own eye before on the shutdown process of driving this
Yeah.
car. Is that, I mean, you're strapped in, so is that the G-force of you shutting down?
Yeah, it's about 5 Gs when it takes off, and it's about a -6 when the parachutes hit. And if you got a headwind and you're going into it, I've ran the car at the most in one day 12 times, and that was getting licensed runs in Cordova, Illinois. And at the end of the day, my eyes were a little black, got a little headache, my
Gosh.
shoulders are sore.
So I'm at, because you're strapped in, so everything's got to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, I wear a Hybrid Pro neck restraint, and the front has got what they call an RH. So when it takes off, my head doesn't go against the rail in the back because then it just vibrates. But then when it shuts down, the device, it holds my helmet there. My face still smashes in my helmet.
Good gracious.
Yeah, when it takes off so hard that you can't hold your head up. It'll just go against the head restraint, on the back. And it's just hard to drive.
Could you imagine getting tatered by a June bug
Hey,
at that speed?
No, I will tell you this. I did have a June bug, and it kind of hit in the front, and I'm going, going down the track, and I see it, and it's sliding up. I'm like, oh, man, here it comes. And I look up, and it's like, shut it off, and all of a sudden, boom, that June bug flies by. I mean, he wasn't all together. He was kind of messy, but, yeah, you could see where he left a streak up down the car.
So when you leave, when you pull up to the line and you're trying to blow the windows out of a place.
Now, that is all show, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were telling me that, how you give it the smoke and then you.
Yeah, and give it,
All
the
that
fire
good
and the
jazz.
smoke. I mean, because that's all it is. It's basically the show. I mean, it wouldn't be too much fun if I started up, went down the track. It's
Yeah.
not as exciting. It's still an exhibition vehicle. But, yeah, when you do all that fire and the smoke and your head's all popping around, and when you take off, and I go into a pre-stage, take a breath, go to stage, I go, breathe in. As soon as I see all the yellow, I'm hitting the afterburner. Brakes don't hold it. It's sliding. It's gone. I don't even see it go green, and I'm already at the 60 foot in about 1 second. It does at the 8th mile, which is about 660 feet. I'm doing over 220 in just over 3 seconds.
That's riding, buddy.
Yeah, I was reading this thing here, and I'm gonna
About the Corvette.
Yeah, I'm gonna
read
read
it.
this to kind of explain how fast it's going. So, you're driving the average $140,000 Lingenfelder
Yep, Lingenfelder Corvette.
twin turbo power Corvette Z06. Over a mile up the road, a jet dragster is staged and ready to launch down a quarter-mile strip as you pass. You have the advantage of a flying start. You run the vet hard up through the gears and blast across the starting line and pass the dragster at an honest 200 mile an hour. The tree goes green for both of you at the moment the jet dragster. At that moment, the jet dragster launches and hunts after you. You keep your foot down hard, but you hear an incredibly brutal whine that sears your eardrums, and within 4 seconds, the jet dragster catches and passes you. He beats you to the finish line a quarter-mile away from where you just passed him. Think about it. From a standing start, the jet dragster had spotted you 200 mile an hour and not only caught, but nearly blasted you off the road when he passed you within a mere 1,320 foot long race course. That is ridiculous.
It is. And, people don't understand when the car runs, between 290 to 310, that is over a football field in 1 second. So over 300 feet in 1 second. And then everybody says, well, anybody could drive a jet car. Well, yeah, a monkey could drive it, but it's to stop it.
Yeah.
Without
I was just fixing
sliding.
to ask, have you ever been to the end and like the stopping mechanism just not wanting to work with you?
Yeah, but that's the reason why I wear brown underwear.
Yeah, I was going to say the pucker factor had to be definitely.
Yeah, now, I've gone off the end. I've gone off the end of Mooresville. Certain tracks I can run it pretty hard, like on the 8th mile tracks because they're really short. I've gone off the end a couple times. I've actually crashed a dragster. A buddy of mine wanted to test his car, and I threw it in the wall for him. But
that's always a good friend to have.
It's one of those things is that when you're driving it, and as soon as you see the scoreboards come up, my arm's already trying to pull it back. Because by the time I pull my arm back, shuts the fuel off, and the parachute, I'm already past it. I'm gone. And so if I don't feel about the 6 Gs of the parachute's opening, something's happening. And then there's another handle that I'll grab that's a secondary parachute. in case those ones blow off, burn up, whatever happened to them. But if you don't feel that initial shot, yeah, you hang on. Because with a piston-powered or a motor-driven car, they'll let the clutch out, whatever you want to do, and it slows down with the motor. When I shut this car down, it's just coasting. There's not a whole lot slowing it down but my foot on the brake.
Yeah.
And the car only weighs 1,300 pounds, so if you hit the brakes too hard, it locks them up and you'll skate around.
And you've only got four, other than the parachute, 4-wheel disc brake.
Yep, 4-wheel disc brakes. Matter of fact, the rear of the dragsters, well, all my cars now are Sanders rear end that are just, almost like a sprint car wheel. Just like a magnesium center, and it just unbolts a little different. But it's kind of like these cars, they kind of get a little bit from this track or a little bit from this type car, a little here, a little there. But, yeah, it's definitely, it's not a normal thing. Everybody says, what do you do? It's like, I'm like Clark Kent and Superman. During the day, I work at auto parts. On the weekends, then I go out and be superstar.
And part Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not digging in like Wile E. Coyote.
No, but with the rocket strap too.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
why I
skates,
wanted to put an Acme sticker on there, but my partner said, I don't know if you should do that.
How much fuel are you guys using per run?
The actual run only takes about 7 gallons. The show and everything, at full throttle, it runs about 1 gallon a second. It runs through a dash 16 line, 1-inch line. It's not the best on mileage. It loves fossil fuel. We run diesel and kerosene. Sometimes we run Jet A. It just depends on the price of the stuff. And but it definitely goes through the fuel, especially when you got 2 cars. And it's kind of funny. Everybody asks, he goes, that thing gets about as much gas mileage as that big rig. And I said, yeah, this is a little bit worse. That gets about 6 miles a gallon. And then mine gets about 20 miles to the quarter gallon, or to the quarter mile.
Now, is there any extra prep on those? I'm sure that you guys check safety constantly on those engines. Most of these big drag cars, and I'm not even going to sit here and act like I know what the hell I'm talking about, but I see a lot of these big drag cars, they come in, they're taking the motor apart, this, that, and the other. I mean, what's your coming back from the run and get ready for the next round?
I mean, basically, the car is going to run, engine only, hours and hours and hours because of the airplane. We do run them a little harder, so we're checking for cracks and loose bolts, stuff like that. But basically, between the runs, we're basically putting fuel in it, checking the tires, packing the parachutes, and it's good to go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've run my car at Englishtown, New Jersey 3 times in 21 minutes just because the rain was coming and we just hot lapping it. And I never got out of the car.
Oh, man. So you're just straight jet propelled. It's not like hooked to a gear or
no, because if
anything
we got to tear the motor apart, like it blows a turbine wheel out, that's 10 grand right off the bat. And
Nice.
we could do it in about 2 hours, but it's kind of like, yeah, we're done.
I'm kind of glad I do go-karts.
So there's not really any. It's just thrust is pushing.
There's no drive shaft. There's no suspension. It's like a skateboard.
I would imagine the drive shaft probably couldn't put up with that.
Well, because all these engines are all thrust powered. It's not like a helicopter engine that's got a shaft that would drive tires. Although there are a couple jet cars that do have that.
Really?
They're not quite as fast, but they're still kind of unique.
Yeah.
I see that you have the actual screen around the front. I mean, so that thing could suck in a small child. I mean,
well, it could suck in a big child. That's a lot of air going through that thing.
Yeah.
But what it is?
Do you actually feel that air draft?
If I'm standing next to it, my shirt's kind of flapping because there is a lot of air. But when I'm in the car, I don't feel it. And everybody asks, what's that big screen for? And usually my first answer is, well, on weekends that I don't go racing, that's my crab fishing trap. I don't go crab fishing. But really, it's what it is for nuts and bolts on the track.
Yeah.
Because, yes, there are cars that's going to have rocks and stuff. And if a little 9/16 bolt goes through that engine, it's done.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Or a bird.
Yeah.
I have not hit a bird. I've almost hit a goat in Aruba. We race in Aruba, too. And I said, you guys didn't clear the goats out. And we forgot. It's like, well, I almost ran one down. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
No.
Well, that's a positive thing, about Rockinghams. We don't have goats standing in the middle.
Well, they got deer. There's deer way down there. I've seen them.
Yeah.
And you do have cattle down there.
I bet that's a scary thing.
There is, I think there was 2 longhorn bulls years ago down there, so you might want to watch them next time.
Well, hopefully I don't get down that far because, man, you get down to the end of Rockingham, I think it's like 1.25 miles to the very end. Yeah, I think Barney Roble could stop with his feet, going that far.
Yeah.
But
Now have you ever? I think I've asked that question. I did ask you about having trouble stopping before, like the parachutes mechanically not coming out.
I mean, Rockingham is really nice because it's so long. But yeah, if the first chutes don't hit, I got a spare. And
so a second
knock on
safety
wood,
precaution.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. But I've stopped before without parachutes. It's just you just got to really watch it. The brakes. I mean, it's hard on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The dragster wants to slide. The Willies, it'll stop pretty good because it's a little heavier.
Yeah. Well, man, we definitely appreciate you coming on, man, and I hope you can stick around for the rest of the show so I can show you how I take Little Swan over there down. But where can they go and check you out on Facebook or a website?
Yeah,
anything like that?
right now we're kind of getting our schedule straightened out, but it's on Facebook, which is Terry Rossberg, on Facebook, or it's jet300.com. The website is probably under construction right now, but we're kind of changing it around. But yeah, and like I said, I'm pretty access. I can, Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook nowadays.
So could people like contact you if they had a show or wanted you to
Absolutely.
come and put it on display, something like that?
We do car shows and we've done air shows. We've done all kinds of things.
I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, because you could just drive down the runway, right?
Yeah, and I've done it. Actually, our dragster, it was called by Thriller Powerboats, sponsored. Kind of got in trouble doing that. We were at Pope Air Force Base, and my dad says, "All right, go to me, and you can stop right there." And I said, "Okay." Well, I went flying by him, and because the car was like really hauling,
right.
And I'm like, "Man, it feels good." And I went probably 400 feet past him, and we got back, and the chute blew off. The other chute came out, and I went off into the grass at the end of the runway, took down one of the little blue lights. Well, I went across the live runway, so the MPs come out, guns open, ready,
Oh, God.
and they're like, "What's going on?"
And you're in a drag car.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him like, "Hey, whoa." My dad, I'm starting to get out of the car. He hits me on the top of the helmet like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Man, it fell off." He goes, "I don't care what it did. We didn't build this car to go 400 mile an hour." And then it was, cussing me out. But the car went 367.
Man.
And that is the fastest that I've ever gone in anything, well, besides regular jet plane. But on the ground, that's the fastest I've gone.
Do you want to go faster?
No, that was pretty fast right there because it didn't want to stop good because it blew the chutes right off of it. But because I just went too far, it was about 1,800 feet under full power.
What tracks are you going to be hitting next? I know you said you got some people maybe
yeah,
looking at the cars, but
we're going to go up into the Northeast a little bit this year near Buffalo. We're going to go to, of course, Rockingham, Montgomery, Alabama. We're going to go to Denver a couple times. We're going to go down towards Florida a little bit. We're kind of going to spread ourselves out a little bit this year.
that'd be cool, man.
Any sponsor, anything you like?
Yeah, we got Lucas on the side of the car, Rock Batteries, and of course O'Reilly Auto Parts. If I ever need something, it's always good to get good parts cheap.
O'Reilly's been a good help, man. We used to do car shows or cruise-ins, and O'Reilly's was a big part, man. They'd always give us frisbees and stuff like that to throw out. Really, really cool with the community.
Yeah, and like I said, this wintertime, we're gonna do a little more car shows and do little things and give away stuff like that. But
Awesome. We'd love to have you down. We do in September. Not sure the date yet. We still got to work on all that, but we did a show last year called Shine Runners Racers Reunion, and we had all types of, from legend cars, drag cars, late models. We had all sprint cars come down, and man, we got hit with right at 800 spectators that night. And I think all of them come out to see the Power Wheel drag race we had going on.
Well, that'd be great. I'd love to do that, but you got to promise me I get to start my car there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because if we can blow out windows, man, that's all bad.
Can we do s'mores? Is that an option? Because I like cake and s'mores.
To do s'mores back there because it's hot.
I'm Rooster Bro.
But actually, I have made a run with a hot dog hanging off the back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it didn't make it the full quarter mile. It made about 8th mile and it fell off.
I could only imagine. Rather ashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was well done.
Looked like some of my daddy's cooking grill-wise.
Boy, you talking about his dad's
This
cooking,
guy's
his wife? Boy, he's just living on the edge.
He's out.
Dad knows he blackens on purpose. Don't you? Am I wrong?
You like blackened hot dogs?
You blacken everything on purpose on the grill. That's it. Yeah.
I thought my wife was the only one that could burn water.
Oh, no. He burns the whole pot.
Yeah.
When the smoke alarm goes off, that's when it's done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, man, thank you so much for coming down. And you traveled all the way from Rockingham to be here
Man,
tonight.
I want to
and,
see. I want to hang out with the cool kids too.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I like this place.
that's awesome, man, for you to come down and actually be a part of tonight's episode. We really appreciate it. And they can come see you. I mean, because, that O'Reilly's up there has got a celeb working.
Well,
You know,
it's
you
funny
come
you
on
say
in,
that.
get your autograph from
I
up
mean,
there.
I've sat for an hour or two just doing autographs, and then I get home and big head, and I'm like, yeah, superstar, And then my wife says, hey, superstar, how about take out the trash? Zero, from hero to zero in about 3 seconds.
You're the king of the castle when she's not around.
That's right.
That's the way it works
Kinda
around
like
my
me.
house.
I wear the pants, but she picks out what pair.
Yeah.
She tells me what color, but I wear the pants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome stuff, man. But we couldn't do it without them. That definitely got to have them around.
Oh, yeah. You're
It's
pedaling a
too
little
late
bit, but
now.
that's all right.
You've lost your secondary shoot and everything. You're done, dude.
That's okay. That's
But
okay.
thank you again, man, for coming by. Terry Rosberg. Terry is the world's fastest Native American and is a member of the Chippewa Cree tribe of the Rocky Boy Indian Reservation in Montana, man. So thank you. That's really awesome, too, man.
Yeah, thank you.
367.
Yeah, 367 is the fastest I've gone.
Wow. That's crazy. I'm going to write that down. All right, man. Well, thank you so much.
And
for
don't
coming.
forget to sign our wall, too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
definitely
that's what I was
sign
going to do too. I got a guitar that I'm trying to get rid of, and I was going to sign that guitar for you guys, and you guys can have that up here.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
I'm going to do a giveaway. I just want something different to give you guys.
That's cool,
That
man.
would be cool.
That's good stuff. Thank
Brewster
you.
might try to play it.
Oh, it'll play. It's the real deal. So.
I can play.
But I'm not going to play it for you. I can play Smoke on the Water, and that's about it.
I can play it on CD. But man, thanks again so much. I mean, you don't know how much we appreciate you taking your time to come out and being here with us tonight on the
Not
episode.
a problem. Anytime. We can do this anytime. It's not that far. I like getting out of town when my wife lets me.
That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Rosberg right here at Shine Runners Racing Radio. Make sure you go to his Facebook page, tap in, also his website and all the good stuff. Go down to O'Reilly's and see him. Tell him Shine Runners Racing Radio sent you, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right.
man.
Thank you. Thank you,
Jim,
everybody.
take us out to commercial, and when we come back, we're going to do mail time.
Mail time. Looking to ease the pain of cooking for your guests? Tired of hosting the party but staying on the grill all night? Let us help you. Raging Rooster, a fully functional rolling kitchen loaded with the official chicken wings of Shine Runners Racing Radio. Owned and operated by Tony and Bobby Jackson. Contact them at 910-237-4565 or jackson.bobby@yahoo.com. Raging Rooster Wings. Come get you some.
Have those racetrack hot dogs ever made a second appearance? Have you scampering around like the last lap dash, the Daytona 500? Well, worry no more. With A1 portable toilets on your backside, you will have the best seat in the house. A1 portable toilets are a premier choice for all types of portable toilet needs. Construction sites, racetracks, events, big and small, A1 can handle them all. Contact them today at 910-484-5219 or A1portableToilets@AOL.com.
A1, your only stop for landscaping and lot clearing in the Fayetteville and surrounding areas. Specializing in commercial and residential, A1's skilled technicians are ready to meet your needs. Experienced in erosion control, landscaping, irrigation, sod, grading, demolition, and lot clearing. A1 is willing and capable of all jobs, big or small. Call A1 today at 910-858-0003 or email a1lotclearing@aol.com. A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. We take the work out of yard work.
Back in action, man. 300 and something mile an hour. 367.
367. That's getting it. That's toting the mail right
That
there,
is
man.
straight doing the work, Bo. Doing the work, man. That's Terry Rosberg, ladies and gentlemen, American Thunder. And, that's cool, man. We get people from all over the place coming in. Great we get to sit beside celebrities like himself, man. Us being just little old peapods like we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Him being a local guy right down the road from Rockingham, man.
Yeah.
But coming back. Oh, excuse me. like Dewey Ryder over here with this diet.
I'm all the way up.
Yeah.
Did you see Dewey Ryder's car? Did you see the Shark Fan?
No, I didn't. See
I
the
was
Shark
hoping
Fan.
he was going to bust out of the pits, man, and just go to straight tearing stuff up. But maybe one day my dream will come true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's going to be there. I'm sure before the end of NASCAR's open, he'll be on the track in that car. in some
I
way,
heard
shape, or
March
form.
2018.
March
March
2018, boys, be ready. Dewey Ryder. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Well, so for mail time tonight, we've got something pretty exciting. This came straight out of Jegs. We have no idea what it is or what.
And
it's in.
Jegs, man, Jegs is high performance. It is the second largest mail order company in automotive equipment in the United States. Sells performance auto parts, aftermarket accessories, tools, and race apparel. Make sure you go to Jegs and check them out. Tell them thank you for sending it here to Shine Runners Racing Radio.
Absolutely.
And like anybody, send us something. T-shirts, hats, koozies, pins. It doesn't matter. We'll open it on the show and get your product across. And this is cool, man. I mean, this is big stuff. Jegs, you know what I'm saying? Sending it out. So
Absolutely.
y'all
Y'all
sure
go check them out, jegs.com or 800-345-4545.
What's in the box, man? I don't have a knife.
Tabitha, you want to open this one?
You can. Go ahead.
Maybe it's some race car parts because that Desperado out there is looking right pitiful.
She's getting there. You just be patient, bud.
It's a what? It's a,
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Jegs High Performance Parts.
Awesome.
Look at there, man. Jegs T-shirts.
Straight up.
Jegs Performance T-shirts. A
We've
big
got
thanks.
some awesome stuff to give away. Man, look at this. They just keep coming.
Did we have more than one box
Look at that.
from Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are you opening them
So
all?
we're gonna save the other box for next mail time. We got all kinds of cool stuff, man, coming from Jegs. And Jegs did send another box. We're going to use them on another mail time so we don't exhaust everything that come. But like you said, why don't we give a T-shirt away?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's do that. Let's go.
Who
let's
won
give
the
a
Who
T-shirt
won the
away.
game of the week?
Actually, let's go ahead and juggle that up. And they're going to be getting. I think I seen Miss Naylor watching a little bit earlier. And huge thanks to CNN Pressure Washing and Jegs tonight. Somebody's going to be winning. Tony, you want to draw one of these? Draw the winner. All right. Let's see who the winner is. And the winner of the 1986 Fayetteville Motor Speedway Championship drawn is Alan Jackson. Alan Jackson, you had it right. Alan Jackson's with the Mustang Club.
Oh, okay.
And thank you,
Not the
Alan.
country singer, Alan Jackson.
And to all of you guys who said 1987, listen to me. You were reading the front of the book,
Program.
the front of the program. 1987 hadn't happened yet. It was 1986. So remember that for next time. Yeah, she's about to throw a bottle at me. But 1986 was the year that Hurricane Hank Edwards, Curtis Edwards, Ellis Ward, Bill Webb, and Robert McCraney took home the Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
Fun fact about that car that Curtis Edwards drove was actually owned by R.L. Johnson, and R.L. and my dad had cars together. And that car they actually bought from Dad told me from Ronnie Hammond. It was a Bush car, and they took it to Mr. Edwards, and I think he put a new front clip on it. And he said they won with that car everywhere. That 28 car. He said that was a fast piece.
Man,
back in the
I
day.
hadn't seen Curtis in years, and actually an occurrence that has happened had brought our family back together with Curtis and stuff like that. So and every time I get to see Curtis, we sit and talk racing, man.
Yep.
It's good stuff, and all the good old days of it, man. It's awesome things. But big thanks to Jegs tonight on our mail time. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of mail time coming in. Beer Nuts has sent us some stuff. We've got some stuff from Casey Racing coming in. We've got stuff from MPH Productions. We got more stuff from Jegs to come up here in the next few weeks. So all kinds of cool things. Thank you. Mail time. What's in the box? We want your product. So if you want to send them to us, and we'll make sure that we get it out there and get your name seen around the area in our racing program here for 2018, man.
Absolutely. Well, if you all are ready, let's go ahead and get this show on the road with Little Swan over there. So
Do you think we got a man? You want to come in? Check this out.
Come on in.
Come on in here. I'm gonna take this seat now, man.
All right.
How about that?
Well, like I said, I had a guitar sitting around that I don't play as good as I race. I race a whole lot better than I play a guitar. But I wanted somebody to have this, and I did sign that. It says 367 mile an hour American Thunder jet car. know, it says go fast or go home.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
And like I said,
Look
we
at
don't
that. Ain't that
actually
awesome?
play,
Yeah.
So have it here in the studio or give it away, whatever you want to do with it.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Appreciate
we
you guys,
do.
everything you guys do.
Yes, thank you. Check that out, man. Can anybody play? We'll jam some Leonard Skinner, their birthday boy.
I don't know about it, but
Huh?
I don't know what to do with
Maybe
that
you can help out Fergie with her national anthem.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's what I thought was singing the national anthem tonight. So I pulled in a little late.
No doubt, man. That is killer. I love it.
We're
I love
definitely
it.
going to hang that up in the studio here.
Yeah.
Because it is a studio. We need some musical instruments.
Go fast or go home.
That's right.
That's what's going to have to happen next. Racing Ryan, Hollywood has accepted the protest. He said you had a little chub and he was at a full extension last week. So we're actually going to have to go back.
I'm kind of just wondering, like, how would he know that? But
Here, let's sit this over here so that way I don't break it. Awesome.
Both
Good
of you's
stuff.
full of hot air, so I'm not real sure neither one of you should have lost. They should
So
have
what
been
we're
a
going to
tie.
have to do, Magic Man, can you get some time for us? We are going to go down. We're going to do it tonight, courtesy of Chick-fil-A Kids Meal. This is a pretty cool game that come in. So here's what we'll do. We got 30 seconds, guys. Okay, I'm going to give half of these to TT, and I'm going to take half of them. Here you go.
I'm kind of disappointed that ain't a Wienerworks kids meal toy.
So, well, Wienerworks will give you like a skill saw or a rocket launcher or something like that. I mean, you liable to get, there ain't no telling down there, man. They pulling up all kinds of cool stuff at Wienerworks. Wyatt loves it because he always gets like hammers and you name it down there in the thing. So here's the way that it's going to work tonight. We're not going to make y'all blow things because we obviously seen that Dad couldn't see what was going down. So
Obviously.
you're going to spend 30 minutes with me,
30 minutes.
30 seconds.
Seconds.
30 seconds with me, and then Racing Ryan's going to spend 30 seconds with Tabitha.
Okay.
We'll switch it back. He'll go 30 seconds with me. You'll go 30 seconds with her. Whoever gets the most of these right is going to be the winner tonight. Racing Ryan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, are you taking score?
Who am I?
Okay, so first, Hollywood's going to go with me first.
Okay, so I'm going first.
So you're going first. So you got to get the most you can in 30 seconds. Are you ready?
Yep.
Tell us when to go.
Go.
A long walk out in nature.
Can I skip?
Yeah.
Skip.
The two openings of the nose.
Nostrils.
Got it. A railroad car attached to the end of a train.
Caboose.
The rearranging playing cards to change their order.
Shuffle.
A person who operates an aircraft.
A pilot.
The part of the body where the eyes, nose, mouth, and ears are located.
Face.
Nope. The part of the body where the eyes, nose,
Head.
Head.
Stop.
All righty. How many did you get? 5 of them. So we got your 5. You ready, Racing Ryan?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go, Tabby.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Go.
The raised platform on which actors or entertainers perform.
Stage.
A group of birds of one kind that travel together.
Skip. Flock.
A bright yellow bird kept as a pet.
Something. Skip.
A small clock strapped on your wrist.
Watch.
To lower the head quickly to avoid being hit or
Duck.
a shape having 4 equal sides and 4 right
Square.
corners. A very smart, clever, or gifted person.
Stop.
5. Y'all. He got 5. So you guys are tied up.
That's right.
Tied up. Sudden death.
I'm gonna need you to read a little faster, Rooster.
So we'll go down, man. Hollywood's got to go with TT for 30 seconds. Hollywood's got to go with TT. 30 seconds. We're tied up 5-5, guys.
Go.
To shut and open the eyes quickly.
Blink.
A room or area where food is prepared and cooked.
Restaurant or kitchen.
A wild plant that grows where it is not wanted. An 8-legged creature that spins
Spider.
webs. The sweet treat at the end of a lunch or dinner.
Dessert.
A hard protective covering on a turtle or snail.
Chill.
The force that pulls things towards the middle of the
Gravity.
earth. A toy with a pointed tip on which it spins.
A top.
Designs made of fabric that are worn to cover the body.
Sweater.
He didn't get sweater.
Well, the question was in
He didn't get
progress,
sweater.
so-
He did not get sweater.
What was what?
He got 8.
Is that 8 or 9?
It's 8.
What?
It's 8.
The question was already in progress.
You stopped the clock before he said sweater. He got to tur, and it was stopped.
Let's just see if you get 9 first, and then
He
we'll
was
start.
8.
Or you act
Okay,
like you've
so-
already lost.
It was
What are you
8.
talking about? The
I'm
design
nervous.
made of fabric?
Yeah.
Sweater won't even the answer, so it
Yeah.
don't count.
So
Okay.
go ahead and drop that mic because you got to get 8.
Let's do this.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
So, how many's AJ got totally? Because I don't have that many fingers.
Yeah.
So, 13, you got 5. Are you ready for all this? You got to have 8. You got to have 9 to win, 8 to tie.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go.
A strong feeling of deep affection.
Love.
A game in which players hide themselves and other
Hide and
players
seek.
find them. Someone between the ages of 13 and 19.
Teenager.
A small cube marked on each side with dots numbering 1 to 6.
Dice.
An insect with 2 pairs of large wings.
Butterfly.
To cut the hair off your face.
Shave.
Someone who cuts up and sells meat.
A butcher.
The long pointed tooth of an elephant.
Tusk.
A sweet, sticky, yellowish fluid made.
That's 8. It's tied once again.
8 to 8.
And see, I could take the Ryan approach and be like, "Oh no, he cheated. Somebody gave him the answer." But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you have 8. So that
Well,
ties
8
us.
to 8, tied up. I say we take it to next week, boys.
Sounds
Like 4 overtimes. Come on. Come on now.
Huh? 4 overtimes.
Well, you see, we're going to get the same questions because it don't look like the stacks are too big. So, I mean, I'd will them.
Hey, they're front and back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here we go.
I want Rooster.
Give one question, give them them little blow things.
No.
Yes.
No, the reaction times, everybody here.
So here we go. Reaction time. Hey, count it down. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, y'all. All you get is 10.
What?
Huh?
Yes, I will.
5 seconds.
Okay, do 30. One more round. One
We
more
just
round.
go who's older.
One more round. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Go.
A heavy metal object attached to a
Magnet.
rope. Chain used to keep a boat in place.
Anchor.
A short sleep during the day.
Nap.
A small piece of shaped metal used to unlock something.
A key.
A liquid soap used to wash your hair.
Shampoo.
The break out of an egg.
Yolk.
To hatch out of an egg.
Skip.
Oh, shoot, I messed that up. A list of dishes available in a restaurant.
A list of dishes. Menu.
A variety of pasta formed in short, curved, narrow tubes.
Noodles.
That's 6.
Did you get that?
It was macaroni.
Oh, God.
6.
Noodles,
6.
macaroni.
6. You better beat him.
Go ahead.
One second.
It's
Am I
very
getting
competitive.
I gotta-
I mean, I can feel it between you two
Are
over
you
here right now.
complaining that you got me?
I don't know. Me and Rooster connected great.
Well, it looks to me like you got lost in go-karts and you're losing in this, so I'm not the problem here.
Whoa.
Now, are you wanting to win this,
I think
or
this
you
is
want to
a
talk
lot-
about it?
I think that looks like
6, dude.
it's like Denny Hamlin over there on the other side of the table.
Let's go, Rooster.
6. Come on.
I can't.
Just
You got to
for
go
this,
with tab.
You got me.
You ready?
Yes.
Go.
The nut of an oak tree.
Skip.
A small pool of water on the ground.
Puddle.
A young dog.
Puppy.
The bottom surface of the foot or shoe.
Souls.
An opening in the crust of the earth that releases lava.
A crater.
The day on which you were born.
Birthday.
A juicy green fruit with a sour taste.
Kiwi.
A male child or young boy.
Teenager.
A partially dried plum.
So I don't know. Raisin.
Stop.
Ah, it's 6. 6.
Next week, forget it. He had 7.
Oh, he had 7.
7.
And that's what you get whenever you protest.
Protest.
No, I'm not going to protest. He got the answer out of 3 of them. Here, you can have a win. See how this is how classy guys.
Where's my trophy at?
So wait a minute.
You don't
that
win
means
a trophy.
that pretty much means you choked with the lead again.
No, I didn't choke. He got like 3 answers from
Well,
the audience.
There goes the 24 and turn 4.
Gosh. So
So are you still complaining you had me? I can't help you, suck.
So let me see the one that's about the core and the lava.
he said the equator.
No, he said a crater. there ain't no craters on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
I meant to say
Yeah,
skip.
let's see that one.
Unless you're lots of dirt track, then there's everywhere.
Which one are we looking at?
She had to find it. So that's. But you know what? It might have been my
An
fault,
opening
man.
in the crust of the earth that releases lava. Volcano.
Oh,
Take that one. Tied up.
Tied up.
What?
Tied up.
It is 6.
he didn't get.
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
Oh, he
Oh.
did
He
the
said
volcano.
Oh,
Hey, there ain't supposed to be no protesting now. Let's move to the next segment.
so that ties it up. So you know what? We're gonna go back in next week.
That sounds good.
Next week. Well, want to tap into a little bit of what's going on down in racing, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what's going on in NASCAR, Ryan?
Last week was the Daytona weekend in Truck Series. Johnny Sauter won a Wreckfest race. I wasn't too happy about that. Tyler Reddick won the Xfinity race. Pops ain't happy about that. Both of his cars wrecked. And then, obviously, Austin Dillon won the race on a last lap move on Eric Almirola.
And I ain't happy about that.
That's how it goes.
It's a lot of big action coming up.
Next week is Atlanta. I believe all 3 series are racing. Should be good.
Cool. Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What's going on in the late model world,
I'm
my
going to turn
friends?
it over to the late model master, Mr. Swanee. He knows what's going on. First, I want to know, because you probably know all that's going on with the
What?
Tyler Erb situation.
What is there to know?
He punched the little kid in the face. He
It was
probably
pretty
deserved
funny,
it.
though. Pit lizard violation was trending on Twitter for 2 days straight. And you should have just went through and read some of the stuff they had on there. It was amazing.
Oh, I could imagine.
It was just, they come up with anything and everything to come up with that. But evidently Tyler apologized, said that Hudson didn't do, he didn't do anything wrong. He just got caught in at the wrong place at the wrong time kind of deal. So,
And then Black Sunshine finally picked up a win.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I know you were happy about that.
And he's thinking about coming back over to the Outlaws, so that's pretty good.
Really?
That's going to be a series, dude.
Yeah. And another big thing, too, man, you guys are looking for a huge year at Fayetteville Motor Speedway is celebrating the 50th anniversary this year. A lot of stuff going on for super late model racing down in y'all's.
Yeah, it works out. I think super late models are in the house at least twice a month. So that's good for me. I got all the series and stuff like that, and also pretty pumped up about the Super Dirt Car Series coming in at the end of the year. That's something we don't have and never had. And, got to take it small, but, I think it's going to be a pretty big deal for them
What did
guys.
they say, something like $25,000 they're paying out down there sometime this year?
Yeah, they're doing it twice. Doing the World Outlaws $25,000, that'll pay $2,000 to start, and then the Cash Money 100 will be $25,000, $1,000 to start.
And by the way, Fayetteville Motor Speedway has posted their schedule.
Yeah, schedule
and
rules
the
out.
rules are out.
Rules are out. Yep.
And also Lakeview
Lakeview.
opening up, man. Had a chance to talk to the owner of Lakeview the other day. They're looking at maybe doing some advertising with us here at Shine Runners. He said he's got a lot going on, which I totally understand. They're trying to get everything done and packed down before they get ready to race coming up. But that's awesome to see that Lakeview's going to be firing back up. And
He's going to run about 12 times this year. It's a pretty small schedule to get going and everything. It'll be pretty good.
It'd be awesome.
Good stuff. Magic Man.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Magic Man had gotten the wreck. Got his memory.
Yeah,
jogged
he
just
last week.
But I'll bring something to light about sprint cars, man. The deal with Tony Stewart, where Tony's not allowed to bring his T-shirt trailer to the World of Outlaw races. He said we won't race with them this year. That's some crazy stuff that's going on there with the whole Tony Stewart
Maybe
deal.
I bought the last T-shirt from Tony Stewart at a World Outlaw event last year. Oh, and thanks for signing that too, Tony.
Yeah. So big things that are coming out in sprints as they're going to be. They run the 600s and was it the 270s that they run down in Rockfish? They got their practice will be coming up in March and they're going to be firing off, and that's a good track too. If you haven't been down to Rockfish, you got to definitely check that out, man. They're done with their racing by like 9, 10 o'clock at night, so you can go down, check out some racing, and be back at the house before anything else ends. You know what I mean? And come over and check out some other racing at different tracks. So great things that are
Sometimes you
going
can
on.
make it to Fayetteville for the big race goes off.
I got to blow out here in the karting update. Fast Tracks will be running February 24th. The Fast Tracks Karts Dyno Cam Winter Point Series number 5 and the Tony Flowers Memorial Limited Modified Race. If you like those flatheads, it's going to be firing off down there this weekend. $2,100 guaranteed to win. Gates open at 9 o'clock, 11 a.m. practice. That's down in Bennettsville, South Carolina at Fast Tracks Kartway. The series has announced their 2018 Carolina Cup, March 24th in Liberty, April 28th in Southern Cartway. Fast Tracks, May 19th, June 23rd, Hanging Rock, and September 29th down at the finish line at Triple T Raceway. And go ahead and tap into Triple T Raceway as it's 2 weeks, man. We got some awesome stuff that's fixing to come up down there. The GOAT, the Who's Your Mama, and all kinds of cool things. I actually went down and was working with Bobby Jackson and those guys down there the other day. They're actually upping more safety at that racetrack. They're putting wide tires in. We went down to Florence Speedway and got a bunch of the asphalt tires. So they're taking the small little spare tires off the front straightaway and actually putting the big 10-inch tires, double stacking them up. Probably it definitely saved a little bit more than that photo you had gotten in contact with. Good Lord, that was a good photo, man.
He rattled his cage on that post there, so I seen that was pretty good.
I know he felt it the next morning.
Definitely. Race number 5, Wintle Tribal Series down at Warrior Creek in Gray Court, South Carolina. Going to try to get that in, man. The rain has just been swamping everybody out, and it's packing races right on top of each other. A lot of stuff going down to Tri-County with $3,000 to win this weekend. Hopefully it doesn't rain out. Like I say, the action is definitely stacked. Wanted to give a shout out to my buddy out there in Jacksonville, Florida. They actually ran the Southern Flathead Dirt Series last weekend, 700 to win. Jeffrey Leonard picked that up down there at County Line Cartway. And something that has broke through, man, I am super excited about. This year, the North Carolina Nightmare, we actually brought on another driver, 5-year-old Boogeyman's taking over the kid kart division, and he'll actually be riding in the Nightmare's kart from last year. The Nightmare signed with Hooters.
That's awesome.
That's right, man. Signed with Hooters. And looking big things to do. 1-800-Plumbing. I got to give a throw-out shout-out to these guys who really helped us out. 1-800-Plumbing, Cape Fear Land Maintenance, MLS Plumbing, Bellinger's. Thank you, guys. We actually got the body here looking to do some great things with that. Mm-hmm. And tapping on into mud racing. 10 days till go time down at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex fires up March the 3rd with the show and go race. March 17th, the season opener down in Fast Tracks with the Veterans race that's going to be going on down there. And also we want to send a shout out to Tina Brinkley making her first run in the mud in the NU Deep Racing team. March 31st, they have got an open bog going on down there. So you can go down, take your ATV, your side-by-side, camp out, mud bog, big side slide hills. And we got to throw that huge thank you to Fast Tracks Mud Bog. They come on as a table sponsor with us, and we've actually got the table here behind us tonight as we're going to be going. Whenever we go somewhere, the table's going to be going with us, man. Absolutely. So getting it out there and showing these folks. March 17th, the East Coast Rumble down the Flat Track Big Money Showdown at 311 Speedway in Pine Hall, North Carolina, if you're into that flat track running. And something that everybody's been talking, the big talk in mud racing right now is the Clash of the Carolinas. There's 9 races set, 3 tracks, over $100,000 in payouts starting April 7th at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex. And definitely looking forward to seeing these folks get out there and, make their way in the mud as we get ready to turn it up one more time. Chad Sexton, did you see his photo the other day when he heard about the motor they're going to be putting down the new Lizard? It's going to be crazy. Watch out, Flag Wars. Here comes Chad Sexton. So, TT, what you got going on down there in drag racing?
This past weekend, they had the St. Valentine's Classic at Jacksonville. Pro winners Saturday and Sunday was Michelle Pilo and Danny Waters Jr. Steve Foley won both races in foot brake. Jaden Lawyer and Lane Morgan was in junior dragsters. Coming up this weekend at Fayetteville Motorsports Park is the first annual Floyd Curry Memorial Fab Fabs, paying $5K both days in pro, $2,000 in modified, and $200 in juniors. And I think Swanee's also getting to take pictures down there this weekend. Also this weekend is the first Division II race for NHRA at Orlando Speed World, and we have a lot of the locals around here heading down to Florida for that race, so good luck to all of those. And last but not least, shout out to Ricky Edwards. His birthday is Friday, age 47, which is Lauren's dad and number one sponsor.
Speaking of birthdays, Jordan Taylor had a birthday yesterday, David Taylor's son. driver of that number 14 machine. You
Yep.
saw him out there, the blue car.
That's right.
Also, Sasquatch having a birthday February 22nd tomorrow, and he's sharing a birthday with our main man, Southern Coles, Jason Hare.
Oh, really?
And I mean, hey, if you ain't been, I'm telling you, I gained 4 pounds just looking at the advertisement the other day for Southern Coles. Brisket, barbecue. Listen at me close when I say homemade mac and cheese. I mean, cornbread. Just
you have to send some of that to the Real American Hero.
It looks absolutely scrum-diddly-umptious, y'all. But you go down and check them out. They're right beside Bernie Sweets and More, 3319 Rayford Road. And, you know, they helped us out on the campaign for cake.
Yep.
Come down from Bernie Sweets and More, where your dreams are made from scratch, ladies and gentlemen. So good things going on with them. And, you know, you were talking a little bit earlier about opening up the phone lines. If somebody wanted to call in, chit-chat about something that's going on in racing or your race program, or if you would like to promote your product or promote your race car or race team, what's that phone number they can call us in on?
It's 910-321-8299.
910-321-8299. Give us a call, man, and we'll talk anything with you.
Yeah, and while we're waiting on that, I think we want to do something for, was it Swanee? Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a solo for you.
Oh,
No,
I'm out.
I'm just messing.
I'm out.
Just messing.
Hold on, let me get the. Go ahead. We can do some Frank Sinatra. Y'all want to do some Frank Sinatra?
I'll do it, Fergie.
Are you gonna like that thing? Because if you are, we're gonna have to get the fire department over here.
What is it?
So while we're waiting on a phone call in, man. Talk about anything you want to. We're going to do a little happy birthday for Swanee, y'all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Swanee.
Sasquatch.
Happy birthday to you. Awesome, man. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you, Bo.
And it's been a long time, Mama Swan. There hasn't.
She has got to feel old.
Easy,
There's somebody else
tread
gonna be
lightly there,
outside
son.
tonight
Tread
listening to
lightly.
Christ, man, you got to go home, man.
Tread lightly.
What's that phone number again, buddy?
It's 910-321-8299.
So while we're waiting on people to give us a call in tonight, just wanted to say Addison Ridge, the 2018 Polar Plunge going on down February 24th. You can come down and take a plunge in the pool. Your chance to win a Yeti and much more prizes to help out the Fisher House. And all you have to do is pay $12 and take that Polar Plunge. That's down at Addison Ridge, 2018 Polar Plunge, the Addison Ridge Apartments. That sounds kind of fun. And something else that's coming up in the community, March the 3rd, man, the 7th annual Wells McRae Golf Tournament for Ronald McDonald House. That's at Baywood Golf Course. And you've always been a big part of that Wells McRae.
Yeah, I mean, we play in it every year. My team is definitely not in the running and winning or anything, but we have a good time. They usually have a DJ or a band or something afterwards, and good food and stuff. So, and also that night is usually Duke and Carolina play, which is a big deal. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to going out there and playing golf with my buddies Crisco and Joey and Brett.
And if you're, there's a little phone call we got coming.
Here we go.
Hello, you're on Shouting Runners Racing Radio. Who we got here?
This is Jimmy from NU Deep Race.
Jimmy, how you doing, buddy?
We're doing, man. We're doing. Tina's all excited about that first run down there at Fast Tracks. I wanted to give y'all a heads up and let y'all know that the August 31st through September the 3rd, they are doing a redneck rave down at Fast Tracks. So we wanted to let y'all know about that.
I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun, too. Now, you guys got the veteran race going on. What all does that entail?
Did he say a redneck rave?
Yep, redneck rave. They are on Facebook.
What does
These boys are like, they bring in all the big trucks, like Louisiana Mud Fest, that style party weekend, but it's going to be for 4 days down there. That Veterans Mud Bog is, I don't know if I can say this, y'all bleep me if I can't. When the NFL went to taking a knee this year, it kind of made a lot of people mad, and all the mud racers and the racers across the country wanted to show that we stood for America and our veterans, so we decided to put on a Veterans Mud Bog down there. Matter of fact, Tina's stepfather and brother-in-law are members to the Post that tried to put the commercial on the NFL, on the Super Bowl, when the NFL told them no. So we contacted them, told them to come on down to the track, that we'd all stand with them. We got 3 trucks already lined up that's going to run the stickers for the military. I need 2 more trucks. If anybody's coming to Fast Tracks March 17th that wants to put a sticker on your truck for the military, get with me and let me know.
Awesome. They can send you a message on Facebook.
They can send me a message on Facebook. They can call me at 314-376-0091. Matter of fact, Peter just stuck it in the comments.
Awesome,
Okay,
awesome, man.
cool.
So I see Tina's going to be jumping in that truck, and I know she's excited about making her first run down there.
Oh, she is. Matter of fact, here she is.
Hey, Rooster.
Hey, dear, how are you?
I am marvelous, darling.
That's good. I'm looking here staring at your cake thing that you sent me. I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Saw that, and I thought of you. All I could do was laugh. My mama thought I was crazy, though, but it's all right.
Oh, yeah, yep.
She
So
obviously doesn't know how much Rooster loves cake.
yeah, that's like
Yeah,
one of my biggest
exactly.
downfalls.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose weight, but every week we come here, we got cake, so it looks like I'm going to have to start tomorrow.
So that's why you're just supposed to look at the sign, and that's your way of having your cake.
Yeah.
You have to trick your brain.
Yeah, no doubt.
About racing, not cake.
All right, man. So thank you guys so much for calling in here this evening. We greatly appreciate it, and definitely looking forward to seeing a win out of that S10 coming up here shortly, March 17th.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both.
All right,
I don't want to let anybody down.
y'all stay safe out there.
We will. Thanks.
Okay, dear.
Thank you.
Huh?
Cool. So they open it up. They got the big veterans race coming down March 17th. Man, it's going to be good stuff. And I know she's excited. That's her first race in the mud. So
Right. That is going to be awesome. It's always exciting, the first race. And I thought they said a redneck rave like
I was
Jim
already
did.
halfway there.
redneck rave. Oh, man, would that not be off the chain? Actually, the scaredest I've ever been in my life. And I've rode bulls. My son races. I was a firefighter for 15 years. The scaredest time has been when I DJ'd a rave, dude. There's some serious situations going on at that, cuz.
I'm scared for your life right now after what you said earlier in the show.
I was talking, man, he said something, man, I was talking about the restaurant. That was like my favorite place to eat.
They have a motorcycle thing for that every year. It's called Suck Bang Blood.
Back me up, Terry. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah, good stuff. So, man, don't forget our merch tonight if anybody would like to buy merch. And we've actually have grown out, like doing YouTube and Periscope and all kinds of stuff. So everybody that's on our page, please go down and subscribe to the YouTube page, YouTube channel. And, we got a lot more cool stuff that we're going to be coming up with in 2018.
Or follow us on Facebook. I can't keep them straight. Twitter.
Yeah. All that good stuff. Yep. So if anybody else, man, we still got a little bit of time left on the phone. If anybody else wants to give us a call in, talk about what you want to, we'd love to hear from you tonight. As, I do got to send out one thing they got going on this weekend, a barbecue plate sale. Friday, February 23rd, the barbecue plate sale. That'll be going on down in Sanford, North Carolina at 1112 Broadway Road. Barbecue, chicken, green beans, potato roll, and dessert, $8. And all of the proceeds are going to be going down to help out the family of Brandon Klingman, which is a deputy with Harnett County Sheriff's Offices and has been diagnosed with adenoid cystic that word. That's a big word. Sarcoma. Which is a rare type of cancer, man. So big prayers going out to that family. Go down and support them. And the St. Jude's Radiothon is going to be coming up here shortly. Fishing to Fight Cancer is going to be in 2 locations this year. We're actually going to be in Hope Mills and where else, Mom?
We're going to be at Bojangles and Hope Mills, exit
41.
And then also we'll have a group out at
Westwood Shopping Center. Cool. So 2 places, and that raised over $190,000 last year. So big shout out.
We also have a location in Lumberton. SWAT Boys will do the 2 front locations, and KML will be Miss Mandy's going to be handling Lumberton.
Awesome.
So there's only 3 locations.
And we're actually looking to go in. Went and had a sit-down meeting with WKML 95.7 about doing a little partnership for 2018 this year in the go-kart racing, man. We're kind of excited about this whole new venture we got going on. Been working out in the shop, and the love for the big guy race, man. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the videos on all this stuff, but wow. I've talking all this trash, and I don't even have a go-kart, so I got to get out there one way or another. But what you think, man? I don't know if we got anybody else coming.
They got wheelchair ramps out there at Triple T for that race.
Well, for Bobby.
Bobby Jackson's gonna need it.
Well, we had that whole situation with trying to get him, because K&W has their dinner at like 6, and then he's got to be back at the home by 9, so it's a kind of a scheduling conflict we're working
And
with.
y'all remember Bobby Jackson called me about looking at a 3X seat too.
Yeah. Well, they actually got a designer coming down that's going to split that seat in the middle and widen
make
it
it
for him.
wide. Yes.
Yeah.
What was the deal with your dad sending you to the concession stand?
He said he's going to put me out. So if I try to pass him on the last lap, he's going to take me out.
I mean, that was brutal.
Send him to get a sausage dog.
Yeah. Which it's been a lot of trash talking for this race, man. So
I can already tell. It's going to be worse than me and Ryan.
Yeah. Going to be real crazy.
It ain't came to the last chapter. You ain't seen nothing yet. October or November's right around the corner.
Awesome. Well, man, have you got anything else? Anybody else? Come on now. Somebody call in while we take our
I think we
final
froze
minutes.
up again, though.
That's good. I like to be froze.
At least
anyway.
you're smiling on that one.
All right, guys. Well, I guess if nothing else, man, happy birthday, Sasquatch Man. And for Rooster, Hollywood, Racing Ryan, Magic Mike, the Sasquatch, and the famous TT, we out of here.
See ya.